the second part of this particular chapter, where we look at someone like James Brown, and you could really say that it was people like James Brown that gave the birth to funk. And some people might say, yeah, but we know what funk is, and you probably do, and you might get the bass. But funk has an origin, and in my opinion, it sort of came out of soul, where you had someone like James Brown or Otis Redding, and they were there. You'd have had BOOTSY Collins playing that bass line somewhere with James Brown. Yeah! Can't dig it? Get down. That's right. And what happens is they ignore the rules in the music that's gone 10 years previous, where if they were playing in D, perhaps they would have used this kind of turnarounds in the traditional sense. Which is the B minor in the turnaround of D. But they skip that because they're more interested in the groove, this new type of feeling that's coming out of the music, this new type of beat. And so they concentrate on that. And they realise that all they need to do is just change the groove. So they changed it into something like this. That's right. Can't dig it. And that's how funk really, in my opinion, starts to become born, because they're playing in a key, and then according to Bootsy and people like that, you can play anywhere you want as long as it's funky. So we'll have a look at a sort of instance where they might be playing something like this. Dig it. So as you can see, the real birth of funk, or one of the parents that born funk, what it was is they were playing soul, something like Otis Redding or something, and it was just cooking and building up, just cooking and building up, and then they just changed key to whatever key they liked, rather than whatever key was supposed to be in the jazz turnarounds. And if they liked that key, it was funky, and you just kept getting down on it, and then changed the key again. So going back to Sam Cooke, from the Churches, and there was another guy that came along who took another aspect that was coming out of the Churches' music in retrospect. I'm not trying to say that I know anything, sort of like this, where as we've looked in earlier when we play in E flat. And Larry Graham took this type of aspect